Hi there, welcome to Student Spotlight. And today we're speaking to Shantelle. And Shantelle is a second year student in the Bachelor of Civil Law degree in Law and Criminology. Very nice to have you here today.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Tell me, Shantelle, you are in second year. Just take us back to where you went to school and what did you study in school?
So I went to Gormanston College and I studied music, business, maths, and leaving cert PE, and then the other basic subjects.
And when did you start to think in terms of Maynooth and the options that were open to you here?
So I actually, since fifth year, kind of like I always had my eye on Maynooth, and my brother was going to Maynooth, so it was like, yeah, it was kind of just a basic option for me.
Very good. Okay. So you're living over in County Meath,
Yeah.
near Ashburn. So how do you find your way to Maynooth then? Tell me what's the options for you there?
There's a direct bus from Ashburn. It's one of the streamlined buses, so I normally take that. Or if I'm taking public transport, it's around 2 hours.
So when you're in school and you're looking at your CAO, and of course your brother is already thinking of coming, or is indeed already in Maynooth. So
Yeah,
you're from it. Had you been on the campus before you started in first year?
actually never. It was, I actually never came to Maynooth before I started. My first day was like orientation, and like I was just shocked because it was so big and like, but I managed well going around and finding my lectures.
Okay, great. So you hadn't come to an open day, but obviously your brother had been telling you all about
Yeah,
it. And so it must have been quite a shock. There's like 17,000 students in Maynooth. Not that they're all necessarily on campus on the same day, but it is a
yeah.
big campus, right, isn't it? And coming from a school of how many were in your school, approximately?
I'd say around like 500 or 600. It wasn't really that
Yeah.
like big of a school, to be honest. There was only like 60 people in my class. Yeah.
Okay. So then you're coming into, and did you come straight into the BCL degree or did you come in through the arts
No.
degree?
Yeah, I came into the arts degree. Yeah.
Right. And so tell me about the first few weeks then when you start, you have orientation, as you say, you arrive onto a very
Yeah.
busy campus for orientation. And that's a busy week, of course, getting
Yeah.
yourself settled in. And then you have, yes, you're in the arts degree and you have a lot of subjects to choose from. So how did you make your
Yeah.
decision there?
I kind of always knew I wanted to do law, but like I wanted to test out criminology. So I picked law, criminology, and critical skills. And I really started to enjoy criminology, so I decided to just keep it on for second year. And critical skills was kind of just helping me like learn how to write essays, learn how to do a thesis and all of that. Like university kind of like it was helping me enter university because I was still in like the secondary school mindset. So critical skills kind of helped me, transfer into the university mindset.
Yeah, so to start learning how to write essays in
Yeah.
the style of a university and with referencing, and it's a very good subject. It's for first years in the arts
Yeah.
degree. It's optional, of course, and then you drop it. Then when you go into second year, you can't continue with it, but you don't need to because you already have all the skills, and now
Yeah.
you're. So you did 30 credits of law and 15 credits of criminology, obviously.
Yeah.
So how did you find those lectures then the first few weeks? There must have been probably the same number of students in your school sitting in some
Yeah.
of those lecture halls.
Yeah, it was like shocking. Like when I entered the TSI lecture theater, it was like there's so many students in here. And it's kind of like I just kind of had to keep my focus because like it was very content heavy, law and criminology. So I kind of had to just like buckle in and like listen to the lectures and yeah.
Really get yourself involved. Did you know other people from, apart from obviously your brother, but I presume you weren't hanging out with him too much. So did you get to know other people pretty quickly, or did you have friends from school?
I knew two people from my secondary school, but like we weren't really close. But it was actually like really easy to make friends during orientation week because like they had loads of events and freshers week as well. They had loads of like social events for students to make friends.
They do. They organize it really well, don't they? Just so
Yeah.
people don't feel too awkward at getting to know people. And so did you join clubs and societies in those first few weeks?
Yeah, I joined the African Society and the Law Society.
Okay, so you're getting to know people that way as well.
Yeah.
How did that break down? What's an average day like, I
Mm.
suppose?
I would normally have like around 4 to 5 lectures on an average day, and tutorials are once every like 3 weeks with law and criminology. I only have like 2 tutorials this semester, and yeah, I kind of navigate it like well because I normally have like gaps between my lectures. So I take the time to like study and like obviously like socialize with my friends and yeah. So in first year criminology, I only had assignments, so it was kind of like continuous assessments. With law, I had exams each semester, and I also had continuous assessments for law as well. So with criminology, it was like very much like essays, like doing all my assignments, and then with law, I had to be like doing all my readings, like to prepare myself for like the exams, and yeah.
I think with criminology, I know it's a very popular subject in the arts degree and as a BCL degree as well. But I think maybe there's a bit of a misconception about what exactly it involves. So do you find that what you were expecting it to be is what indeed it is, or could you tell us a bit about the subject?
So criminology was very much like you have to learn the theory of everything in first year. So it was basically just a basic theory that formed criminology rather than like what you see in like Criminal Minds or something. Like it was kind of like it was just very much theory based rather than what most people would think it is. But yeah.
So it's the psychology of crime and why do people commit
Yeah.
crime and yeah. So then at the end of first year, then you have obviously passed your year and you have a few options open to you. So when you started in second year, then when you went to register in second year, what were the options available to you, or obviously what did you choose then?
So there was the full law degree, the law and criminology BCL. Then there was law and arts, and I chose to do the BCL degree, which is law and criminology.
So that's going to be a 3-year degree in total then, and in
Yeah,
law and criminology. And you did have the option, you could have moved into the 4-year full, as you say, law degree, the
yeah.
LLB degree. So you decided to continue, you want to continue on with the two subjects anyway, and there you are now. So is the workload much different in second year? Are you finding does it step up a lot from first year, or does it kind of continue on in the same
I
vein?
think it was kind of like more of a step on from first year. With criminology now we have exams, so like it's different from first year. I was just doing assignments, and now in second year I have like 2 criminology exams this semester, and I had one last semester. So I also still have my assignments and everything with criminology, but like there's also exams with that. And then there's like my law exams. I have assignments as well. So it's very content heavy in second year.
Yeah. But you're enjoying it, I presume. It's something. I mean, assessments are never particularly fun, but they are
Yeah.
part of the experience, I suppose. And then in terms of the practical side of law, like are you doing much in terms of, moot court or, that type of experience of being in the courtroom?
I am doing a lot of like outside work, like with law firms. I'm like going to like internship insights and looking at like my options for after graduation.
Okay, so and is a placement something that you're considering? Because I know it is something that students can apply for, isn't it, after second year to go on a
I'm
work
thinking,
placement? Yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking of either doing a summer internship or just like gaining experience in a law firm during the summer.
Okay, so that's the summer program for undergraduate research, the SPUR
Yeah,
program you're thinking of. Yeah. So you can apply for something there, and I think it's 6 weeks or so, isn't it, that
yeah.
students? Okay. So then when you get to the graduation point, are you thinking that far ahead yet? I know it seems a bit of in the distance, but do you have any ideas in terms of what you might like to do with your degree?
I kind of want to like finish doing my FE1s and then look for a job, to be honest, like a paralegal or anything to do with law. Yeah.
So just tell us what are the FE ones for those who don't know.
Yeah, so the FE ones are the solicitor exams. There's eight of them. You can take them throughout your undergrad as well, and or you can just do them completely after you graduate. I'm thinking of doing two next year while I'm in third year, and then the rest after I graduate.
Okay. So then you're thinking of the solicitor route rather than the barrister
Yeah.
route. Yeah. And why is there an area of law that you think you'd like to focus on, like particularly as a solicitor?
I would like to focus on like litigation and kind of like anything to do with like healthcare, like medical negligence and everything.
Okay. So these are all areas that you're getting to get a sense of experience as part of your degree. I think in
Yeah.
second year and in your final year, you have more optional modules, don't you? So you can decide what area you might like to focus on when you graduate.
Yeah.
Um, And then in terms of your involvement in the clubs and societies, now you mentioned the African Society and the Law Society, I think. Is that where you're and
Yeah.
what kind of activities do you get involved in as part of those?
So I normally just like go to like any of the events that they host and like to be honest, I just follow like the student union Instagram to see if they have anything on and yeah.
Brilliant. And so then in terms of any advice that you might have, Chantal, for a future applicant, anyone who's considering their CAO at the moment, is there anything that you'd like to, any advice that you have for them?
I just say like when you're entering college to kind of like set a plan, like a good study plan because it can get distracting like with everything going on. You just need like a set plan, and that kind of helps you go on and to not procrastinate. And when you get your assignments, try plan ahead. Even if you don't want to, just like try plan ahead and set a good plan on how to do the assignment and when to do it.
Is that something that you learned as part of the critical skills module, or did you get that in
Yeah.
school?
Yeah, I learned that like when I was entering college that I needed to like kind of set a plan for everything or everything like all the workload would just get too much. So I just like set a plan to help me figure it out.
Okay, good advice. That's brilliant. Thanks very much, Chantal. Very nice to talk to you today.
Thank you so much.